Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Litter Media Live on Facebook. Mike Smith, along with Aaron Glandon, sitting in for Dan Ramey. Dan's been on assignment this morning, and maybe we can get some of what he's doing tomorrow.
Yes.
On the program.
He caused the two of us a little bit of confusion.
Yeah. We
didn't know where he was.
We were reading the same email that said he would be here, and I didn't know he was doing something else that you did because you got the text and I didn't. So, but we're here.
Yes.
We're making do. I know our ratings will probably go down, but go up. But it's good to have you along with us.
Well, the Tuesday episode while Dan was on vacation, I think is our most viewed daily show on YouTube.
I noticed that.
I don't know about on Facebook, but we did well that day.
I noticed some good numbers on our Facebook. Of course, we were off of Facebook Live for a while because of a technical glitch. When Dan finally figured that out, we come back, and I know a lot of people have said, welcome back to Facebook Live. Welcome back to summer. It's going to be hot today, and Aaron just informed me he's mowing his parents' lawn today.
Yep.
Now, how'd you get stuck with that?
I said, do you need your lawn mowed? Because I need money. And that was the agreement.
You just didn't know that there would be a heat advisory today when you asked that.
Well, I could have done it yesterday, but I didn't. So
that's why I did mine yesterday, because I wanted to get it out of the way. But here we go. A heat advisory. This is from the National Weather Service. It's in effect right now. It just went into effect 5 minutes ago through 8 o'clock tonight. High temperatures in the 90s, but the high humidity will cause the heat index to feel like 103 degrees today. Gulp. Drink plenty of water, Aaron. Rain is back in the picture for Friday. We think possibly by late afternoon or early evening. And there's a chance that we could see some sun and clouds with a chance of some pop-up showers each day, not only through the weekend, but through Monday. So take care of yourself out there and make sure you drink plenty of water, clear fluids or Gatorade or whatever it is you need to stay hydrated out there today. Yep. When we come back, we'll take a look at today's news topics, some of them based on an interview that we had yesterday. All that coming up on Litter Media Live.
But first, these words from our sponsors.
As a professional race car driver, I live for speed, power, and performance on and off the track. That's why I use the Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. Race into your local dealership today and test drive a new Dixie Chopper.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Tecumseh. Fascinating. Captivating. Mesmerizing. Tecumseh.
Make sure you check our website, which is littermedia.com, for all of the beneficial news that you can use each day. And we hope that you'll bookmark it, whether it's in your laptop, your desktop, or your smartphone, so that you check us out each day to find out what's happening in the good things or beneficial news in our community. Jade Hoffner and Brooke Pollard of the Junior Civic League were our special edition guests yesterday. Dan Ramey talked to them about an upcoming event in September.
Like I said, anything from clothes, playpens, like big items, the baby carriers, cribs, just swings, you know, so those big clunky items that are kind of a pain in the butt to buy and store, you know, so it's nice to buy them used, use them up, and then sell them again. You know, that's what I did when I was a new mom. But also, obviously, clothes, toys, shoes, things like that.
And maternity clothes. We've had maternity clothes as well. So if you're a new mom to be, come check it out.
Come check us out. Absolutely.
And some of these items are, like you said, a pain to put together.
Right.
Being used,
they're already assembled.
Together, right?
They're already assembled. That's why we need the dads to come and help load them up in the trucks. Bring your trucks, pick up the large items. Yes, no assembly required. Absolutely. But we couldn't do it without our sellers. So right now we're looking for more sellers for the fall. So you want to talk about how they can get involved?
Yeah, absolutely. So yes, we are looking for more sellers to bring in. We've had a lot of existing sellers, and we love having those existing sellers, but their kids are growing. So now
we're running out of items to sell.
Yes, we're running out of certain items. So the spring mom to mom sale, we had hardly any newborn. So that is something we're looking to hope to bring in for the fall sale. So if you're interested in selling, please take a look, reach out to us with any questions as we're looking to bring in some new sellers.
And you can find that full interview available at Litter Media, both YouTube and Facebook.
2 Ross County kids kicked off the state fair the first day with outstandings of the day. Congratulations to Gracie Carter for an outstanding in Superhero U and Gunnar Ely for an outstanding in First Aid in Action.
Now, we have a Grace Carter in our family, but
Yes,
that's
we
not
do.
who this is.
No.
This
What
is
what is Superhero U? Do you know what that is?
You know, I don't know. I've heard of it, but I honestly do not know. The post that they had up from the Ross County OSU Extension office did not go into a lot of detail about what any of these awards are, but I gather because it's outstandings of the day, there's probably something like that every day of the fair, which, by the way, yesterday was the first day of the Ohio State Fair. And not only kids from Ross County, but all of our surrounding counties, all over the Buckeye State especially, speaking of interest to us, are the ones within our litter media coverage area. Homeland Credit Union is inviting members and the Pickaway County community to a ribbon cutting and open house event celebrating the newly renovated Circleville branch. That's located at 24061 U.S. Route 23 South in Circleville. Now, the celebration will take place on Tuesday, August the 5th, with a ribbon-cutting ceremony at 3 p.m., followed by an open house from 3 to 5 p.m. So congratulations. I know they've been anxious to get that thing back open, and the residents of Circleville who are customers of Homeland Credit Union now can go in and see the new digs.
Live music for the month of August has been announced by the Majestic Theatre, Chillicothe, including the Piano Men, which is a tribute to Billy Joel and Elton John on August 15th. And I wish I could go to that because Kenzie is a real big Billy Joel fan, but we'll be on our honeymoon. So we're out of luck there.
Well, you may run into the real Billy Joel where you're heading.
That's true.
On your honeymoon.
That's
now,
true.
Later in the month, you can see there that's the best of Bon Jovi and Journey. And I'm cut out by the camera that I can't see.
It looks like Rolling Stones tribute band and then Bruce Springsteen.
All right. And that is in the month of August. Again, check out the Majestic Theatre Facebook or their website for more details. Also, this is kind of a neat story that I ran into yesterday. Pickaway County had a new sheriff yesterday for one day. This is Tommy Norris. He was named sheriff for a day. Now, Tommy's mother won the sheriff for a day competition from the Westfall Education Foundation Party with a Purpose fundraiser. Sheriff Tommy arrived for duty yesterday morning, as you can see, with his dad, was all dressed up in uniform and ready to take charge. And after being sworn in, he and the actual sheriff, Matt Hafey, and Lieutenant Evans toured the sheriff's office's various divisions, as well as the opportunity to try out some of their specialized equipment.
Now, did they put him behind the wheel of a cruiser?
Well, not driving, but maybe just to sit there. But I don't know if any other counties do this, but that's kind of a neat idea. So Congratulations, Sheriff Tommy, for the day. Our road report takes us down into Jackson County today. A resurfacing project on State Route 788 between Fairgreens Road and State Route 93. This project is set to begin on July the 22nd. One lane will be maintained with flaggers through this fall. And that is our road report for the day. We'll tell you about what happened in baseball news, sports, all coming up next here on Litter Media Live. Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor for more than 4 decades. You know, they started out many years back. Tom White got this off the ground 40-some years ago, and predominantly it covered the Ross County, Scioto Valley area. But since that time, Accurate has expanded throughout the Ohio map, pretty much along the I-70 corridor south. If you have any needs, whether it be residential, business, a lot of contract work that new businesses are expanding or building a new site, oftentimes you'll see the sign where Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing is doing the contract work. And they're there for a reason, folks, because they know what they're doing. Give them a call, Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
Hometown Motors Skag clearance sale is on right now. The prices are so low, you're going to think they've lost their minds down there at 818 Eastern Avenue. Choose from a wide selection of Skag mowing equipment, but you'd better hurry because once clearance inventory is gone, it's gone, and the low prices with them. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. Do yourself a favor and call Hometown Motors Incorporated at 740-773-8826 for more information. Hometown Motors Incorporated, your store for the great outdoors.
You know, your dad ought to buy one of these just today for you to go mow his yard.
That would be real nice.
Wouldn't that be sweet?
That'd be real nice.
Let's see how much your parents really care about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad news today in sports. The Paints got absolutely thumped by the Lafayette Aviators last night. 16-6.
I think that they've pretty much, for all intent and purposes, have been eliminated from the playoff hopes. So you know how that goes. It's kind of hard to keep. I mean, 6 runs is a lot of runs typically.
It's not as many as 16, though.
That's right. You can't give up 16.
That's almost 3 times as many.
Yeah.
That's
so,
not good. They're going to see them again tonight at 7 p.m. in Lafayette.
Have you ever been to Lafayette, Indiana? I know you've spent a lot of time in Indiana.
It's northern Indiana, isn't it?
You know, to be honest, I don't know. I know where Muncie, Marion, Indianapolis. I know where Bloomington is.
South Bend.
Evansville. But I don't know that I know where Lafayette is.
I think it's around there.
I think that's where you need to go on your honeymoon. Lafayette.
Lafayette,
right. Indiana.
I am okay.
All right. Major League Baseball. I've got some good news to tell you. The Reds snap a 3-game losing skid And Nick Nodolo was absolutely on fire. He pitched a complete game shutout, beating the Nationals by a score of 5-0. I think that's now 33 consecutive series that the Reds have not been swept. And there was a post that ESPN had up the other day, the Major League record, and this is one of the higher numbers in Major League history for most consecutive series without getting swept. And I thought, wow, and we're still only 3 games over 500. So it sounds impressive, but it doesn't always mean you're having a great, great season.
Right.
But the Reds will be off tonight, and they'll be back home in Cincinnati Friday night to open a weekend set against Tampa Bay. I think the Reds have 59 games remaining. 40 of those are against teams that are above 500, including the Los Angeles Dodgers, the defending world champs, who will be in Cincinnati.
So it's not looking good.
Well, they're going to have to play better than they did in Washington. You know, you go to New York, the Mets are one of the best teams in the National League, and you take 2 out of 3, and then a team like the Nationals that was, when the series started, they were 21 games under 500, and they beat us 2-1. That's just frustrating. Guardians, they continue to win. They've now won 3 straight against the O's, 4 straight overall. 3-2 is the final score yesterday. That's a 4-game series, and they wrap that up this afternoon. That's a 1-10 start for the Guardians as they get out the broom and hope for a 4-game sweep. And that is a look at sports.
When we come back, we're going to tell you about the pet of the week in this date in history. But first, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane. 92 years of serving propane users in southern and central Ohio. Reliable supply, reliable service, reliable people. That's Litter Quality Propane for you.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
Pain was interfering with Tiffany's active lifestyle. Same-day hip replacement at the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute got her back to the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
And now it's time to tell you about this week's Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. And it's Maggie. Look at that face.
Maggie.
Maggie's mother passed away about 4 years ago, and she came to live with the Duncan family, Don, Norma, and Heather Duncan. She primarily lives with Heather. They don't know her age or breed, but they love her just the same. She'll do just about anything for a treat or a piece of cheese. And I will also do just about anything.
I was going to say the same.
For a piece of cheese. If you have a pet you'd like to nominate, just email us at littermedia@gmail.com. Send us a photo of your pet, some fun facts, maybe their age, how long you've had them, what they like to do. But congratulations to Maggie, this week's Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week.
What's the oldest pet that you know of somebody that you know, not that you read in Guinness Book of World Records or anything of that nature?
My friend had a dog named Sparky that I think was nearing 20 years old when he finally passed away. He was a little Chihuahua.
Yeah. Our last cat, Scooby, was 20. But beyond that, I don't think any pet that we ever had. When I was a kid growing up along Route 28, just outside of Latterville, we would have dogs, but they didn't last very long, unfortunately, because every dog that we had liked to chase cars. Well, that didn't work out for any of them very well. So we didn't have dogs for many, many, many years because of that, so unfortunately. So, all right, let's get into this date in history. A lot of people have heard of Christmas in July. I think there was even a Hallmark movie one time by that name. But where did that come from? Well, it's from 1933 at Keystone Camp. That's a girls' camp in Brevard, North Carolina. They had the first Christmas in July celebration. The tradition spread throughout the United States, and every organization under the sun seems now to have a Christmas in July fundraiser or something of that nature. But it all started on this date at a Girl Scout camp, or it doesn't say Girl Scout, it was a girls' camp in North Carolina in 1933. Nice job, Aaron. He just scratched that out in no time, man.
Wouldn't today be Christmas Eve in July? Because the 24th.
Well, see, but if it was this day, the Christmas in July, yesterday would have been Christmas Eve, wouldn't it have?
It doesn't make sense to me that they do it on the 24th and not the 25th.
I see. You're going on the 24 day. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe the girls being in a camp out in the woods didn't realize what day. They didn't have a calendar, so they just did it on the wrong day. So, but that's where it all started. Let's see. Tomorrow we do have a special edition at 10 o'clock. We'll be talking with people from Ross County CASA. Actually, I think we're going to have two guests. Brandy's going to be one, and I think she said your dad told me last night that she'll be bringing an individual with her. So we'll find out more about the need for volunteers with Ross County CASA, and they'll explain all of that for you on a special edition of Litter Media Live tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Until then, again, stay hydrated today, folks. If you got to be outside for any length of time, it's going to be a scorcher with a heat index of about 103. There is actually a National Weather Service heat advisory in effect until 8 o'clock tonight. For Aaron Glandon and for Dan Ramey, from all of us at Litter Media Live, have a great Thursday, everybody. Good Lord willing, we'll see you tomorrow.